Hi, I'm Rich Douglas, and I'll be creating the soundtrack and audio design for Shadowgate. I'm a longtime fan and really excited to be a part of this project. For this update, I wanted to show you guys how I went about creating atmospheric and creature sound effects, and how all that works together in tandem to create a very engulfing experience in each of these Shadowgate rooms. So to demonstrate this process, I figured what better room to use than the dragon room. And we have a torch sound. Seemed like a good place to start to me, but this room needs a lot more sound love to be convincing. So as you can hear, I decided to add in a low rumble to tense things up a bit, as well as add a gusty cave-like wind. And the cave-like wind is actually wind recorded from inside of a garage and pitched down, but we'll just keep that between you and I. I also put a reverb effect over all of these environmental sounds to help put them in the layer space itself, which I feel is very important. Now on to the really fun stuff, the dragon. The dragon sounds all pretty much stem from horse recordings, which, like the atmospheric sound effects, had been mangled a bit and pitched down. I wanted the dragon to really sound like a threat, and wanted you, as the player, to be able to hear him moving at the back of the space, so large footsteps were then layered in on top of his breathing. The next step was to add in some growls, and a build-up to the fire breathing itself. Pretty cool, huh? One of the main sounds heard in the build-up is an air release valve, which is actually pitched down like everything else and reversed. Now, let's hear it all together. I think that dragon means some serious business, but we're still missing one vital aspect. That's right, the music. Just to refresh your memory, here's the original dragon piece from the NES version of the game. It's a good piece with an outstanding chord progression, and I immediately thought that it would sound great played by a menacing trombone and horn section. If you add in some dark choral whispers and some chanting layered in with some deep percussion instruments, now you have an appropriately dark piece for this room. This is now my version of the tune. I did manage to work in the chord progression from the original NES piece, which you'll hear in a sec. Now, let's bring the dragon back so we can hear it all together. So there you go, a solid taste of things to come from the music and sound front of Shadowgate, as well as a brief look at the process it takes to create an engulfing audio experience for each room. I hope you take some time to pledge to this campaign, as I really want you all to enjoy the sound and music that I've been working on. Thanks again for your time and support.